All right, what's up, traders? I'm Winner from the Dark Side family, and celebrating 1 year on this YouTube channel. It's been quite a year for us since we dropped this stuff, and got some interesting feedback from a lot of people. And one of the things that I think that was most surprising for me personally is the amount of I guess we'll call it negative criticism that came with discussing, the way we see the market, and a lot of that came from what we called smart money concepts, the new retail. That brought in a lot of hate and stuff, and and just I guess our overall outlook, which is I guess different from everybody else's. And you know how it is, if you don't blend in with the crowd, people usually don't like you, which is really a good thing in trading because you don't want to blend in with the crowd. Remember, the crowd in trading, that's 98%. Those are the people that are losing. And I think the smart money concepts, the new retail, just the fact that we're feeling that way, I think that was the biggest surprise for me, the way people reacted to that. And it's really good because to me that just shows me how strong of a cult that Smart Money has created, or ICT, or Michael, or any of these guys, and that following, that strong following, just lets me know that my trading and my team's trading is only going to get easier and more efficient, because the fact that people are so dead set on order blocks and imbalances and smart money and all that stuff, the fact that they're so blinded by that just continues to allow us to thrive. And it's great. I've never seen people defend anything. I mean, people defend smart money concepts like it's their own child, the way they are. They will curse you out. They will hate you if you dare to think outside the box. But for the people who watch our channel, the people who are watching this video, you guys understand something a little bit different. And that's the fact that we need people like that. That's what makes the world go round, not only in trading, but in everything in life. We need people that just go, that just listen to what other people say and just follow blindly because they think that's the right thing to do based off of numbers. They would rather follow the person giving advice that has 250,000 followers, but they won't consider somebody like us who's suggesting something different because we have what, 1,000 followers. we're nobody, you know, and you guys know who we are by this point. But either way, I wanted to get into this video, and of course, I'm always trying to bring you guys value. I'm always trying to bring you guys different shit that you don't find on YouTube. I'm not showing you what this is, what that. I try to help you guys think differently. Because that's what we actually do on our team. That's the point of Dark Side. It's to teach people how to make money trading, not to teach them how to trade, because you can learn how to trade for free. You can go to YouTube and look up any course. You could buy a course. You could Google smart money concepts. Google, retail trading, Fibonacci, supply and demand. What is a pip? You can look all that up. Baby pips. They have all the information you need, because you don't need to learn how to trade. You need to learn how to make money. And I think those are two completely different categories. And again, nobody talks about that. It's great to have a strategy, but you can understand a strategy all you want. Understanding the strategy and understanding how to make money using the strategy are two different things. And I think that nobody really wants to admit that, but just ask yourself, do you understand the most recent strategy that you've taken? Do you understand retail? Do you understand trend lines? Do you understand supply and demand? Do you understand Fibonacci? Do you understand order blocks? Do you understand whatever it is that you're doing? Do you understand it? And I'm pretty sure you do, because it's really not that complicated. But do you know how to make money consistently using it? That becomes the challenge. And I'm going to attempt to dive in on that. These videos, I only get 20 minutes per video on TradingView, so I'm just going to make it quick and try to cover what I can. But again, that's what Dark Side's all about, learning how to make money, man, because that's what we're here to do. We're not here to be right. We're here to make money, and that's something that I tell my team every single day. Okay, so again, when it comes to being right or making money, how could we say those are two different things, right? I'll tell you how, because if we go to the simple example, okay, this is UJ. This is live right now, UJ the 4th, and I just posted on our Telegram channel, which I'm sure you guys are following, how Baby Pips put a little post saying that something along the lines of, is UJ bullish or bearish and this and that, and like basically trying to draw attention to it. But this right here, guys, is a perfect example of trying to be right and not trying to make money. This is what I tell all of my guys to stay away from. This is what I don't even bother looking at because it's a complete waste of time, guys. What I mean by this is there is no obvious play here. There is no clean price action. There is no decent structure. And I know every strategy at this point, most of the popular strategies. I can tell you that there's nothing here. I mean, we can call this an order block if we want for smart money concepts. We can call it that if we want, and we could say that maybe there's a break of structure somewhere in here. So maybe this is liquidity building. They're going to spike into the zone, sell from. You could look at it that way. You could look at it from a retail, perspective, and we could say that there's some support and resistance in here. Maybe this area is acting as resistance. You know what I'm saying? They would, look at it like this. This is the resistance area. Price is rejecting, and I don't know. Maybe they're going to sell from here, put their stops above the high. Regardless, the point I'm trying to make, guys, is that there is no angle here. There is no edge here. There is no advantage here. Those are the three biggest things you need in trading. What's your angle? What's your edge? What's your advantage? Without that, you're gambling. So even if you were to take a short from here, okay? Again, you're just trying to be right. Your goal is not to make money. You're just trying to be right, to say that you were right. And that's what gets everybody in trouble in trading because that's not there's no consistency to this, And if you do happen to be right, then you develop bad habits because you'll continue to gamble on stupid ass situations like this where there really is no telling which way the market's going to go. And even I don't even know. I mean, I could come up with a guess, but what's the point in that? I'm looking for consistency. I'm looking for justified trades and stuff like that. What happens is when it comes to trading is people don't want to be patient, and that's another thing I always say. It's hard about being patient. Everybody wants to get rich overnight. And if you talk to or read, about any big time investor that's made a lot of money in the stock market or in Forex, even in real estate or anything where you're exposing your money to try to make a return, the key to that, and what they all say is that, it takes time. Nobody's going to get rich overnight. You try to get, we said, if you try to get rich overnight, it'll leave you broke in a day. And the fact that people want to be rich overnight is why setups like this waste of time on UJ and the stupid shit that Baby Pips is passing out. This is why people lose money because they don't want to be patient and wait for a solid setup. They don't want to wait for what they want to see. Instead, they just want to create anything out of anything and try to get involved with it. And that's the danger in the market. The market will let you see exactly what you want to see if you keep looking. If you look close enough at this, you'll be able to find something, and we can look together. You'll be able to find something really quick that gives you a position. You could just start saying we're making higher highs and higher lows. You could start saying that. So look, here comes your idea right there. That quickly, okay? And there's your idea. And now what are you doing? You're waiting for longs. If you just got long, what are you calling that wick? You're calling that your sniper entry, and now you're looking long right here. That's how quick ideas are born. That's how quick. And what did we say about the inverse? We said there was an order block up here, 1 hour order block, which is the same thing, basically, just depending on how you want to look at it. And you could say that you want to sell when price reaches here. That's how quickly ideas are developed when you don't know what you're doing and you're just waiting to get involved because you're trying to be right. You're not trying to make money. When price comes up into an area, okay? Let me try to make another example. When price comes up, and I always use order blocks because I know that's what you guys trade. So when price breaks structure, right, and it comes up into this area, okay, and you're waiting to sell it. Now let's say that you're targeting a move. Let's say it's like this. Let's make this a little bit more accurate, all right? Let's say price has been coming like this for a while, and it comes way down into here, all right? So let's say you're going to sell. You're trying to sell this area into this area right down here. Okay, let's say that this is your target, your take profit zone somewhere down there. Okay, think about it like this, guys. And let's say this is the 4-hour time frame, all right? In other words, this is going to be several hundred pips to the downside, okay? Trying to be right, okay, is doing this. Is trying to catch the market here at the perfect 1 minute break of structure and then trying to get in right here at the perfect imbalance, which I've showed you guys a million times, those unicorn entries. This right here, and then trying to do this, trying to have a stop loss like this, okay? This is what you call trying to be right, All right. Now, when somebody's trying to make money, okay, they avoid situations like this. Like myself, I don't necessarily care for scenarios like this anymore in my trading. Because you want to know why? What everybody thinks is a sniper entry when you get in from the top, that's actually the complete opposite of what a sniper entry is. Okay? If you know anything about what a sniper is, that's a shooter in the military, obviously. That's not a sniper. These are what the front line does, okay? Let me remind you what the front line is in the military. Okay, if these gentlemen right here, these soldiers are on the front line, and this is the area, okay? This is the area where the bad guy is, all right? Where the uncertain situation is. You know where the snipers are? The snipers are hanging out back here because they're watching everything. You know who else is back here? The captains, the lieutenants. They're hanging out back here. The guys on the front lines, that are getting ready to go into the unforeseen situation, the dangerous situation, these guys are basically the bait. And unfortunately, no disrespect to anybody in the military, but these are the first people to typically get killed. That's why they're hanging out back here, the captains and the snipers. They're watching. They don't want to get involved with that shit. It's too risky. Too much. There's too many unforeseen scenarios that could take place. So they send out the little guys, the frontline guys, to go out there and expose themselves to the danger. That is the same exact thing that you're doing when you're trading like this. Okay, when you see a scenario like this and it has all this potential to the downside, why are you putting yourself on the front line to potentially get killed? Because you know how this market works nowadays, it's vicious. Very rarely do these order blocks or balances even hold, not even Fibonacci levels, trend lines, none of that. Most of the time, you guys are getting ripped out, and then it might go your way. Okay, so to think you're a sniper because you think you got in first, you're not. You're a gambler. You're a gambler because you happen. Maybe you got lucky and it played out, but I'd say 7 times out of 10 you're getting spiked out of the market before it goes your way. So don't confuse what a sniper is. Snipers aren't on the front line. Those are peasants. Those are soldiers. Those are people who are designed to get killed first before the important people get involved. So if you can get out these people here in trading wise, these are the people who are trying to be right. They're trying to be right, so they could say, "Oh, I was right. It was right here at this exact moment. I know this market down to 1 pip. It was right there. This is exactly it." That's trying to be right. So you could take a screenshot and then you could sell a course. That's trying to be right. Trying to make money is not getting involved here. I don't give a shit about getting involved here. You know when I'm going to get involved? When price starts to move towards my intended direction, now I'm interested in getting involved. Now I'm interested in getting involved because now these guys have told me the coast is clear. It's safe to go in there. The area has rejected. It's safe to go in there. So now me and the real snipers and the real people who are out here to make money, now we get involved because you guys told us the coast is clear. You cannot continue to gamble on shit like this and think that you're doing anything productive when it happens to go right every once in a while. You understand? The trading is not about being right. It's not about being able to get it down to 1 pip. You're here to make money. So why not give yourself a much higher chance and probability of making money? How do you do that? By avoiding the unnecessary, dangerous, unforeseen situations. Okay? By avoiding being first. Being first in the market is not being a sniper. Being first in the market is being lucky because you didn't get killed when you were the first person to enter, okay? Now, if you do get killed, unfortunately, everything's sad, you cry with this and that, whatever. But you know what? We're still making money on your death, on the fact that you got killed. We're still making money, and it seems selfish and mean, but that's the way the market works because the goal is not to be right. It's not to try to be right. The goal is to make money. So when you see price come down into this area, you didn't miss any move. Are you kidding me? There was no miss. That's why we always joke around and say late entries in quotation marks. You're not missing a move not getting in here. That you're actually playing it smart. Now, when you get in here, you're now getting a confirmed entry, a much less risky entry because you know the guys out in the front line, they took that risk and it played out for them. Great. But we don't take risks like that because we treat our capital in trading like our life. We don't like to lose. We don't want to lose, and we want a 100% win rate. So how do you do that? By eliminating situations that you don't need to be a part of, like being first into a trade. Okay, so this is not a late entry, guys. This is not a late entry. These are confirmed entries. These are the type of entries that you take, and you're able to just shut your computer off and go to sleep. because you're not even worried about it. You know price is going to head into your zone. You feel good. You feel safe. That's it. These are the entries up here that keep you up all night on your phone, or on your laptop or on your computer, and you're sweating and every little move is killing you. That's not trading, guys. That's gambling. That's miserable. That's misery. I've done that for years. I know how that stuff goes. I trade New York. I used to stay up all through Asia till 5 in the morning to trade London. That's not trading, guys. That's trying to be right. That's not trying to make money. Think about another silly example. Just think about the weather. Think about a forecaster. If a forecaster says there's a 95% chance of rain, okay, between what time is it? 1 p.m. Between 1 and 4 p.m. Okay, that's what you need to think about in your trading. You got to forecast. If there's a 95% chance that price, okay, is going to go into your intended direction. It's going to reach here and go into your intended direction. There's a 95% chance that's going to happen. Think about what the odds are of that. Pretty damn good. Now, you know where you start screwing yourself? When you start trying to turn it in to being right and trying to make this perfect scenario play out. Because you know what? There's probably a 2% chance that this little scenario, the perfect entry and the perfect 1 minute, there's a 2% chance that's going to happen. Okay, so you're so concerned with the 2%, and trying to be exact instead of realizing that the bigger picture says 95% chance of rain, 95% chance of downside. Avoid the low probability scenario and wait till the clouds move in and then get in your position. Okay, when they predict the weather, they don't say there's a 95% chance of rain between 1 o'clock and 1:05 and 1:05. They don't say that. That's given that they're giving themselves a 5-minute window of error. Okay, it's going to rain between 1 and 1:05. 95% chance. Don't make no sense. You're giving yourself a 5-minute window for error. That's like when you give yourself a 5-pip stop loss for error. When you're saying, oh well, there's a real good chance it's gonna drop, but it's gonna be exactly from here. And then what happens, guys? It doesn't rain between 1 and 05. Okay, instead it rains. Let's say it starts raining at 2 p.m. Okay, in other words, instead of price leaving from where you were anticipating, which was right up inside here for the 2% chance, instead it comes up here. So we'll just call this 2 p.m. And then it does what? It rains just like it said it was going to, and it drops just like it said it was going to, because that was the 95% probability of what's going to happen next. You see how it makes so much more sense to just allow things to happen and to try to go with the flow and to try to not be super accurate, because that's not how you make money. That's trying to be right. The weather people don't tell you it's going to rain in a 5-minute window because they're not trying to be right. They're just letting you know, hey, it's going to rain sometime today. Probably between these hours. What do? Bring an umbrella. If you say, hey, there's going to be downside today, probably New York session, just get involved. Get involved. You don't need to know the exact minute price is going to go downside. All right, that's trending. That's internet bullshit. That's Instagram 1 to 50, 1 to 100 nonsense. I lived that before, guys. I've been there. That's not how you're going to make money in this market. That's not how you're going to do it. And this goes for Fibonacci, this goes for trend lines, this goes for any of that. You can't, if there's a trend line here, okay, and you're anticipating price to fall, and and you like trend lines, you understand them very well, and you figure there's a 95% chance that price is going to head down this way, you don't have any business of trying to be first in the trend line. Let it actually react like it's supposed to, and then get yourself involved. And then get short, because at the end of the day, the higher probability is the fact that it's going to go down, not exactly when it's going to go down. You see, I'm telling you guys, there's such a difference, and I'm sorry that this video only has 20 minutes because I can tell you so much more. But there's so much more to it than trying to be right in the market. Making money and being right are two different things. This scenario right here that Baby Pips just was trying to entice people to look at, this is an example right here of just trying to be right. You can't make no money with this shit. There's no edge, there's no probability, there's no high potential to this at all. There's just a guess, and guesses lead you into bad habits, because when you're right, you'll continue to guess, and when you're wrong, you're going to spiral into negativity. So as you see, we got a couple seconds left here, but just a quick one, and I'm going to go into another video deeper eventually about trying to be right, trying to make money, and the difference between the two. But again, I hope you guys can get some value from this, and we'll talk to you soon.